Hello, welcome along, and as you saw in the introduction, I've got a keyboard and a mouse for you today. And what we're going to do is we're going to split this video up into two parts. The first part is we're going to be going for a brief overview of this keyboard and mouse from Seenda, and to show you basically why they are brilliant. And then in the second part, we're going to be connecting them both to the PS5 wirelessly, because I've had a lot of questions about whether does keyboard and mouse work with an adapter or whether it work wirelessly. Well, a lot of games now work with the PS5 with a keyboard and mouse, have keyboard and mouse support built into them, and you don't need an adapter. And I'm just going to show you how you can connect the keyboard and mouse to the PS5 dead simply. Okay, so kicking off then, what we're going to do is we're going to do an overview and have a quick look at the keyboard and the mouse. And we're going to be starting off with the keyboard. So this keyboard, it's dirt cheap. So this cost around £15, okay? I'll go and leave a link down below where you can get hold of this. And this costs around £15. The mouse will cost you around £15 as well. So around £30. But you can also get a pack as well for £25 for both of them. But this one, it doesn't come with the lights, because this one has some fancy lights on the side, which I'll show you back in a second. So for starters, it's a brilliant budget option, and I wanted this because I was going to be using it downstairs and upstairs in the games room as well, and I just wanted something that wasn't too precious that I was a bit worried about, and this is it. Really good quality. So it's plastic all over, as you'd expect. Rubber feet on the bottom there for the angle. There's no adjusting of the angle, that's it, but that's perfect angle for me. And when you open up the box, what it comes with kind of this dust sheet, so it's fantastic. So you just throw that on and it just sits on there. When you're not using it, it's obviously waterproof and dustproof as well, and when you're not using it, whip it off. I think this is a nice little inclusion, certainly a great inclusion for something that costs so cheap, so really pleased with that. So on the front there, I'll explain what that bit is in a second. Along the top, you've got all of your function keys, and once you've connected it to either two Bluetooth or one 2.4, so if you've connected something via Bluetooth, you just whack the Bluetooth button, it connects to that. You want to connect to something else, you just whack the other Bluetooth button, it connects to that. And if you've got an iOS device or Android device, you've got all of these function keys that work all up here, cut, copy, paste, and the home screen for your iOS device as well. Really nice to have them. I have already done a video on Seenda keyboard. This is an illuminated keyboard for the iPad. I'll leave the link above where you can go and have a look at that one. And that's fantastic, but I was a bit precious about that one because I didn't want to break, and this one is perfect for just taking around with me, upstairs, downstairs, moving all around. Brilliant. As you can see, all the keys, they're all dimples as well, and it's nice to be able to type on. I never really missed a key when I was typing on it. My only issue, and if this is the only issue, then this is a fantastic keyboard, is the enter key. I'd like the enter key to be bigger kind of there, but that's it really. Got all of the Windows and the Mac keys down here as well, and then flipping over on the back, main power is through two AAA batteries that go in there. They're not included, so you have to put them in yourself. And also in here, this is where your 2.4 dongle lives if you're not using it. So flipping back over, this bit here, this is where your phone will sit. It's 7 inches there, so if your either phone or tablet is 7 inches or less, it will be able to sit in there no problem. So my phone is in portrait or in landscape, and the beauty of this is if you just have your phone here and you just need it for notifications, you can just have it sat there, or if you want to connect it, you just whack your Bluetooth button and it'll connect to that. And then maybe you want to connect to your PC, you just whack in your other Bluetooth or your 2.4 if you're using that dongle. Really easy to multitask between devices, and it's super quick as well. Once connected to this, typing away, you press that and within 2 or 3 seconds you've connected it to something else. So it's really nice, this feature in here. I really like that. So just even if you're just using it on there, just have it in there just so you can see the notifications. Excellent. So this is a really nice keyboard, very cheap, brilliant if you just need either a spare keyboard or something like I'm going to be doing is to be taking around the house. Okay, next up then, we're going to be looking at the mouse. So like I said, this mouse costs, you can get these for around £15 if you want to, and it's kind of like a silent mouse, so the mouse clicks you can hardly hear, and it's nice and comfortable. I mean, I've got adult-sized average hands, I would say, and it still feels okay for me. Power is via the USB-C. You get your cable in there, so you can charge it out of USB-C. Battery lasts ages for this, and it will go into sleep mode anyway, so it lasts longer. And even with this will last even longer on the AAAs. And on the bottom, as you can see, you've got 2.4, Bluetooth 1 and 2, so you can switch between 2.4 and BT 1 and 2 very simply. And again, you've got the dongle here if you want to do that. With the PS5, I've been connecting this via Bluetooth on here and this via 2.4. I just didn't want to do the same. I didn't want to do two Bluetooth on here or two 2.4, so I wanted to get something that would be both. And then if you switch it on, you've got these lights here, and you can change them by pressing the scroll wheel. And you've got a choice of solid colours, breathing colours, and then multiple colours, all different flashes. Choose the one you like and stick with it. And then this button here just changes the DPI, 3 different types of DPI. So overall, as budget mouse must go, fantastic. What more do you want? Really, really enjoy using it, and it feels really nice to use. Okay, so if you're after a decent budget keyboard and mouse, I would definitely recommend these. Like I say, and I'll leave a link down below of where you can get hold of them. And now I'm going to show you how you can connect these two to your PS5. Okay, here we are then. I've got my PS5 booted up, and what we're going to do is going to connect these two to it. And I've said I'm going to be using 2.4 for this one. I'm going to Bluetooth for the mouse. And the reason was I just didn't want to have any conflict at all. I didn't want them both to be on 2.4. Didn't want them both to be on Bluetooth just in case. So that's why I can swap around if I want to. If I want to use this 2.4, I can. Okay, so what you do then is I've got my DualSense connected, and all you do is you go up to settings, go down to accessories, general Bluetooth, and you'll see that wireless controller, that's this one is connected and nothing else is connected. So I have deleted the pairing for these, and all you do is if you turn it on, and then with this one you go to Bluetooth. So in your respective mouse, or if you're choosing this one, you hold this down, put it into pairing mode, and it will start flashing. So this is in pairing mode now, so this is looking for something to connect to. And just because we're in this menu, the PS5 is looking for something to connect it to. And the thing that you might get caught out on is it won't appear, it may not appear just here. What you need to do is you need to scroll and keep scrolling down and keep scrolling down, and then it will appear. So there we go, all the way down to the bottom here. No idea why there's all this space here, but there we go. I know that it's BT 3.0 mouse, and if I click that, it'll ask me to register it, and I go yes please. Done. So I know that this is connected to my PS5, but obviously nothing works yet till we're in a game. Then we're going to flick over and we're going to connect the keyboard. As I said, we're going to be doing this via the dongle. So you get your dongle and you put it in any spare USB slot. I'm just going to use the front one. And when you do that, there we go. It comes up with that icon to say that a keyboard is connected, but this keyboard isn't connected to here yet. If you want to pair this to the dongle, you have to turn it on and then hold down the 2.4 button and then press it again, and it will search for that, but I've already connected it, so it'd be just a case of me turning my keyboard on. It's then searching for that dongle and it will connect, and there we go, I've already connected. Okay, so you can move about the menus using the keyboard and mouse, no problems whatsoever. You will have to use the arrow keys if you're in the menu. And then what you need to do is you need to go and get your game that is natively supported with keyboard and mouse, go into it, and then you'll need to change your settings. So for example, let's first go into Valhalla, and I'll show you how to do it with that. So in the menu of Valhalla, what you have to do is, with most games, you will need to tell the PS5 that you're going to be using a keyboard and mouse. So in the options, all you do is you go to controls, and this will be the same for most games, and I'll show you Warzone in a second, is click on here, go to mouse and keyboard, and then you need to apply the settings. So I'll apply that. Now it's looking for a keyboard. And it says, would you like to change that? Hit yes or no. Yes is on the space. There we go. And we're in. Okay. Now, when you first go into this, you might find that the mouse is really sensitive or not sensitive enough. And the way to change that is by going back to the home screen, going to settings, and then going down to accessories, and then going down here to mouse and the pointer speed, slow, fast or normal. I've had it on slow because I think that's the best for this mouse and for me. So if I keep it on slow and I show you, that's not too bad for me, not too bad at all. And then when you're in a game, WSD, looking around. Okay, so if you want to do keybinds and stuff, as long as the game has it, you can do it. You can't do any other keybinds any other way, but it has to be within the game of the PS5 as well. Okay, so that's Valhalla, and what we're going to do now, we'll quickly whip over to a game of Warzone as well. Okay, so once you've fired up Warzone, this is what you do, is you need to go to options and then bump it over to here to the input device, the first menu, and then select keyboard and mouse, and then instantly your keyboard and mouse work, so you can put that to one side. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go over to here, keyboard and mouse here, and then this is where you can change all of your settings and all of your buttons. There's a lot more options to be able to change here than in most other games. So this is where you change to be exactly how you want it. Then once again, what I did to get all my settings right, I went into a training mode, and then what you do is once you're in there, you hit escape, and then you can do your options here, and this is where you can change it all on the fly. So get all this changed to how you want to. You think, yeah, that feels about right, then come back out and test it to see if it works for you. Okay, so feel free to jump into a game of Warzone, but I just found that if I went into training first, it means I didn't have to worry about getting killed, and I could make it feel how I wanted it to feel. Okay, so that's how you do Warzone. That was my look on how to connect a wireless keyboard and mouse to your PS5 using the brilliant Seenda keyboard and mouse. Like I said, I'll leave a link down below where you can get hold of these. I think these are a fantastic budget option, let alone to be able to connect to the PS5. Most wireless keyboards should be able to connect that, but I can't guarantee that, but I can guarantee that these two will work. And if you need to get a list of all the compatible games that work with the PS5 natively with a keyboard and mouse, just Google it, because they do get updated regularly. Okay then, thanks so much then. I've been Console and Tech Accessories, and until the next video, bye bye.